Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome to another live session with the Hype Magazine. I'm your editor-in-chief, Jerry Dobie, and today I've got the amazing opportunity to speak with 10-time platinum, RIAA-certified artist, producer, and songwriter, DJ Chose. Yeah, he's repping Texas. He's killing it. New job, new joint out, too late. Woo!
Yes, sir.
It's a banger, banger. Welcome, bro.
How you doing, my brother?
I'm amazing. Can't cry, can't complain. Nobody listens to me anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm amazing. So, man, we're getting to know you. You're holding it down out for Texas. You're coming on to the national and international scene as a multi-hyphenate. Have touched some of the most important records in recent history. You know, with your 10 times platinum, RIAA's all over you. That's dope. And you know, you that hell of a joint you did, the remix with Megan. You know what I mean? That helped launch. But you know, before you got everybody else on, you had gold yourself. So talk to us from the inside, looking out about DJ Chose and your journey.
Man, just my whole journey just been one of them things where it's like homemade. You got some kind of you got some artists who like fast food, and then you got some artists who homemade. I'm a homemade artist. You feel me? It ain't been as fast as I don't have a story that I woke up yesterday and blew up. I've been doing this for like 10 years, seriously. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I ain't worked a job in 10 years. I've been doing what I love for 10 years. And just now to be really seeking and getting some real success feels good. You feel me?
Right. I've been told over and over again in my 20 years as a journalist by some legends that 10 years is what they consider an overnight success in the industry. You've been you're in the trenches, you've been grinding, putting in the work, and then bang, you get one. And people don't know that you've been putting in all this work and what it takes, because everybody has this stereotypical outlook of the entertainment industry. Oh, you just came on, got on, and wow. So what was the benchmark moment or defining moment that actually brought you to music as a career?
Um, I think I ended up going to the studio and working on some records for Kevin Gates, and it was on his biggest album, Isla. And when I made it on that album with some of my beats and stuff, I knew like, oh, this serious. You know what I'm saying? Other people like my music. Like, you kind of know it. Like, I had songs on the radio before then, but when you see Kevin Gates go platinum with one of your songs, it just reminds you like, yo, I ain't tripping. Like, I'm really, I can go platinum too. So
But you know what? I used to live in Houston and actually own part of a record store out there, right? And what I noticed back then, this was 20 years ago, but I noticed back then that in the Houston area alone, you could go platinum without even getting out the city. You know, it was crazy how Flip and Showtime and the Botany Boys and all those guys had such great success, just in that area. And shout out, of course, Jay Prince and Rap a Lot, etc. Screw, everybody had these big things. I couldn't even sell a regular record. It was only mixtapes.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that was a golden time. I was just telling my girl this. She thought I was crazy. I was like, I remember when we went to FYE and literally would listen to CDs in the mall. Like, we would go to the mall. Our parents would think we was in the movies, but we was in FYE until they closed, just jamming new CDs. But when we was in FYE, we wasn't picking up the regular CDs. We was literally in there looking for little flip mixtapes or some screw, or like we was looking for the stuff that FYE didn't even know we cared about. Like, that was the only thing we cared about.
Right, right.
So it's crazy. We might have slipped in some net, but for the most part, we was we was looking for the Texas homemade CDs for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know as much about the music business then as I know now. And as a journalist trying to cover the Houston scene, with getting introduced by Captain Jack to, like, some of the biggest names out there, whatever. But we talking about you and your come up
Sure.
and what's been the most amazing thing for you as you straighten out the maze of the industry.
Um, Amazing. I think the money, getting
Yeah,
some
yeah.
money has been the amazing part because I literally changed my life off of music. And there's the other part of it that ain't so amazing. The egos, the attitudes, the the waves and the shifts of the industry. Those ain't so amazing. But at the end of the day, I wake up and keep and continue to do it because I love it.
Mm.
Pays well. You feel me? Them two things.
Yeah.
It'll make me ignore somebody's attitude and play dumb to the fact that they super arrogant. You feel me?
Bro, what was the biggest surprise about the business side of the music business as you started to get real serious?
Um, Biggest surprise. Man, the biggest surprise was I remember getting like a check for 150,000, and
Whoa.
it
Okay.
was like a beat I did. It was on Fast and Furious.
Okay.
That check alone, just like the check was buzzed down between me and another person because I had gave my publishing away. I mean, not gave it away, but I had did a publishing deal, so it was a 50-50 deal. So when I seen what I made, I realized like, yo, this is why they give y'all these deals. Like, you don't know no better, and you coming from nothing. You just take it, you accept it. But when I saw how big the check was, I knew like, damn, somebody else made this too, not
Mm-hmm.
just me. And it was one of the moments where you realize, like, man, what if you'd have did it on your own?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say you could have done it on your own, but what if? And that's the type of energy I try to feed my youngins who I put on. Like, yo, I'm finna put you in a position where you don't have to go do what I did. Like, I took a lot of L's to win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get you in a position where you don't need me or you don't need that. You can get your whole check. You feel me? You can really see the big gusto. And I think that moment alone just showed me like, I was blessed to be in the position I was though. I came from a trailer house. I never ever act like nobody helped me. Like it was some people that really changed my life. But when I think about it all, I'm just like, whoa, for the youngins that don't need the money right now, like I needed it. Man, y'all could make way more money than I made. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
bro.
You know, that's always a crazy part of the conversation to hear you guys talk about, the publishing deal and 50-50, you getting your first big check and going, damn, somebody else got exactly what I got and didn't put the work in. They just doing the administration part, you know what I mean? Or whatever it is.
Now
So
they just working they move. They put their work in, but they got an automatic. It ain't heavy lifting no more. It's more like it's light lifting for them. They got the contacts, you feel me? Which I respect too. I mean, they deserved it, but it just was a wake up. Like, yo, this was what's going on. Like,
yeah,
it actually made me want to start a publishing company. Like, don't be surprised in 10 years if you see me pop out with a full staff publishing company because I've actually got to see the business side of that.
okay.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
so now you handle all your business, you're your own entity.
Yeah, everything I do now is business. That's why my album called Multi, because pretty much everything I do, I'm like hands on in it. I'm not the artist that I used to be the artist that will get out the way, but now I'm like the artist that's in the way because I actually want to know what's going on, how it's happening, how I need to do it, just in case you want to quit one day. I like to be aware of what's really, really transpiring.
Okay. So new album slated for March 11th. Like you mentioned, multi. You got some hella features on there. Gucci Mane, Megan, Fredo Bang, Young Blue. Talk to me about the creation of this project, what it means to you, and what kind of stories are you telling?
Um, this album is full of a lot of of course, club, you know, it's lit. But I got a lot of pain. I got a lot of like, I got a song called God Ain't Through With Me Yet. And it ain't like no gospel song. It's actually a drill song, and it's about well, it's a drill. I like to call it a drill beat. I was talking
Okay.
to somebody from New York. They told me drill is a certain thing, and I didn't know drill was this. So I
Yeah.
ain't gonna call it a drill song. It got a UK drill beat
Okay.
in the beat, but I'm rapping over it, talking about my life, like how I was slept on and how I was underrated, and it's just about how God ain't through with me yet. Like it's almost like I'm I ain't where I'm not where I could be yet, and it's on the way type situation. But I got some inspiration on there. It's like the music that's on my album is a current. It's like my current state. Some people be recording based off of the world, what they think the world want to hear. I'm recording right now off what currently has made me successful, which is this energy that I could do anything. And if you're a listener, this the kind of music you want to be listening to. Like if you want to get a real check, you want some success, you want a bag. I used to listen to E.T. the hip hop preacher.
Mm.
E.T. the hip hop preacher gave me something that I'm giving the world now, so they can listen to DJ Chose and get some of that motivation E.T. the hip hop preacher gave me. You feel me? So
Okay. It's a powerful position you're in. Not only creating the sound that is the music bed for the music, but also as an artist delivering the message. A lot of responsibility. How do you look at that as an artist and as a businessman?
um, I think it's like anything else, you know, you can't. Some people be trying to drill a message, but I actually look at music like medicine. You feel me? And if you wanna make a kid take medicine, you gotta sneak it in something sweet. You feel me?
Mm.
So if you catch me making music that's of the world, it's because I'm plotting on giving you some medicine. I just gotta figure out how to mix it in this cupcake or you know whatever it is. Like
Okay.
just trying to get you to take the medicine, but at the end of the day, I know in order for you to take this medicine, if you want to take this pill, I might have to chop it up, crush it, put it in some Sprite, and shake it up. You feel me?
Right. Right.
World work.
Mm. I think what I like most about the music from you that I've heard is that you got a little slickness to you,
Mm-hmm.
but in the undertones, it's that this self-aware person that's speaking and sharing. You know what I mean? So that takes a lot of intestinal fortitude to share your inside, you know, thoughts and feelings and whatnot. How long did it take you to be comfortable doing it as an artist?
Man, what's crazy is I always been doing it. It just had been inadvertent. Like I've been doing it since the beginning of the music. Like I actually, my name DJ Chose because I always felt like I was chosen, and my purpose wasn't, oh, I'm chosen to be rich, the king. I just feel like I was chosen to have a voice. So when you chose to have a voice, you gotta always say some things that can lead somebody else to success. So to me, my first music used to have some substance, but it never got a lot of looks.
Ah,
So even with a song like Thick, a lot of people would look at it like, oh, it's a TikTok dance song. And it's like, yeah, but it's a TikTok body positive song about women in a world full of pop a pill, go kill somebody music. So
right.
y'all looking at it like it's a twerk song. I'm looking at it like, hey, this is a song that just took some kids off the street to a teen party and they had a little fun. Or maybe the DJ was about to play some murder nigga, killer nigga shit, and he played Thick, and maybe some of them kids ended up meeting the girl of their dreams that night. You feel me? So I look at it like, man, in the world of all of this, no matter what I make, I'm gonna always make sure it has a message. Like I'm gonna be conscious of what I'm putting in the world, whether it's of the world or not. You know, you never just gonna catch me saying nothing that I know gonna lead people to a grave. So
I love that. I love that, man. I love that. Um, with all this over the years, like you said, this is more than 10 years.
mhm.
With all the sounds that you hear and the music that you hear, the songs that you made, and are you still able to like rock out to music as a consumer, or do you always find yourself analyzing the music?
I'm always analyzing first. I think as a consumer, I consume weird genres now. Like unless you really bringing something in rap, I can't really listen to it because it is a lot of recycling. But I definitely listen to the Drakes. I definitely listen to when it comes to like certain people that's just in a different realm. I definitely had my Big Crit phase where it was in the Big Crit. Who else am I just really listening to? My favorite artist, Ja Rule. So I always go back and consume the older music and stuff like that. But now when I'm listening to, I listen to, you know what? I listen to Money Man. I listen to people that's talking about some stuff that I'm kind of into. Like when people get to talking about stocks and all kind of investments and stuff, like I can listen to your music because we're on the same type of time. But when I hear certain music that just don't relate to me, I can't consume that. I might be listening to that for the musical elements and just trying to hear why this beat sounds so hard, opposed to am I truly listening to it.
Okay.
But if I'm truly consuming, I'm probably listening to some country or something, like some with a vivid and a hidden storyline that's medicine. The same thing I'm saying, I just get more of it from genres like country or like um what else am I? It's just so many other genres that give me certain kind of energies, and I just bring it back to rap. You feel me?
Wow.
So
Yeah. I think I have the same problem. I don't make music at all.
uh-huh.
I just picked up the guitar to learn how to do that. So I got to do something. But yep, there you go. I'm electric though,
Okay. Okay.
and, and I turned to EDM. Like I'm a huge like Bass Nectar fan or Skrillex. You know what I mean? Steve Aoki. That just to jam out to music that doesn't necessarily have to have a message, but it's definitely not taking me down. You know what I mean? It's
That's the key.
right. It's picking
That's
me.
the key.
Yeah.
I think it's certain artists that provide that in rap.
Uh,
Like when you catch Kevin Gates when he on his positive note, man, you can I can live with that music all day. Or if
yeah.
you catch him even when he being vulnerable, you feel me?
Mhm.
It's just based off of some artists, some of the music that's just being pushed upon us. Like that's the thing, that's the trick. It's a lot of music that's being pushed down our throat that doesn't necessarily provide us any self-love, self-care, or even, you know, it ain't even it ain't even positive revenge. You feel me? I can fuck with positive revenge. You feel me? Even if we talking rap and we talking about some toxic shit, let's make some shit like Too Late. Give me some positive revenge music. You feel me? And
Yeah.
I fuck with it. But if I'm not feeling that, if all we going off of is a hard beat, I'm just not that guy. Like all my beats hard. I ain't finna just listen to you because your beats hard.
Ah, it's got to be much more difficult for you to connect
Yeah.
with people's work um, because you make such incredible work. And I got to ask this like layperson question, like what inspires you to make a track? Is it just hearing a sound in the street? Could be going by a construction site and hear something in the machinery. How does it work for you?
Um, man, when I'm working on my album, is I try to pull it off from within. But if I'm just sitting in here and I'm songwriting or I'm producing, just randomly coming with ideas for anybody, whether that's me or somebody else, I'm literally filling out my mood. Because I got moods where I literally want to just make a whole bunch of club records, and I want to just infest the club scene with nothing but DJ Charles beats. And I got times where I want to provide a street record for someone like a Fredo or Kevin Gates or NBA YoungBoy. And then I got times when I literally just want to work on country music. Like, I think my inspiration is based off of my mood and what I'm currently experiencing. And if you catch me when birthday month, I done did 7 hostings, don't be surprised when them hard ass records start coming out. You know what I'm saying? I used to be one of them people that listened to the world and tried to make a song like the last person. But when you listen to music now, you realize like it moves too fast to move like that. You got to move off your own energy right now. So
okay. Speaking of the energy that you bring in, what most excites you about dropping Multi, and what was the most fun about putting it together?
Just being able to tell my story. Like, I'm from a small town, and in my town, you know, you got those people who believe in you, and then you got those people who like definitely don't want to see you win.
Right.
So for me, you know, even the cover, I don't know if you've seen the cover yet. You probably haven't.
No, not yet.
Got you. It's me on an air mattress, and it's called Multi. But on one of my songs, I'm talking about how I slept on that mattress on the floor. I aired that bitch up to the bank. And I guess for me, it's more about being able to flex. But multi got a couple of different meanings. Multi means I'm multi-talented. I multitask. I'm multi-platinum. And I'm a multi-millionaire. So to me, it depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm in the room with my publisher, I'm telling them I'm a multi-millionaire too now. If I'm in a room with my niece, I'm telling her, hey, we got to multitask. Like, if we marketing, we got to multitask. I really want to show them, like, because a lot of people think multi was about money, but it's like, nah, I'm really trying to get y'all some game and tell y'all, like, yo, you got to do a lot of things to get where I'm at. One man ain't come off music. It came off being a DJ. It came off being an artist. It came off being a producer, a songwriter. Like, all of these checks didn't come from the same place.
Right.
So for the haters, and I don't even want to call them haters, for the non-supporters and the supporters of my flaws, I had I got a while back, I got dissed by my cousin. My cousin put out a diss record on me. And when he did it, my whole city shared it on Facebook. Like, it probably went, I want to say the diss did like 500,000 views on Facebook. And you know, that's hard to do on Facebook.
Yeah.
So it had like, I want to say like 6,000 shares. And I'm just like, damn, out of all the things that didn't happen in my life, y'all ain't never shared nothing to me this much, but you shared this and all of the, you know, it wasn't nothing valid on there, but the things he said, it was like that was passing along so much that I really got to see who didn't like me. You know, a lot of people were making it seem like, oh, I'm sharing this because it's funny, or I'm sharing this because I don't know, because I want to let y'all know what's going on. Or maybe a lot of people were sharing it like, hell nah, I can't believe, bro, I hear speaking on shows like that. But all of that sharing showed me like, yo, none of them fuck with you. You feel me? Because something could happen to my partner tomorrow. Somebody could diss my partner. I'm not posting on my page saying, hey, bro, when we see you, it's up. Like, I'm not going to promote the bullshit. You feel me? But when I seen that, it really woke me up to what was going on. And now, to be where I'm at, you know, it feel good to be able to really put out a body of work and speak on who I am today. You feel me?
Okay. All right. Speaking of that, I mean, that's a lot of pressure when you get, you know, thousands of people speaking negative against you. We've seen the fallout recently from like Coi Leray and her song Anxiety, and people talking bad about her and she's opening up about that. How did you maintain your mentors during that period where they were at you?
Um, I think when I was receiving the most hate, I just found myself writing a lot more music. You know, I was going platinum every which way.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm one of them people that turn negative into positive. You feel me? I take all that energy, bottle it up, and it's like No Smoke was wrote about me and one of my partners. We had got into it, and we had a club together. We got into a real big argument, and that same night, that's when I produced No Smoke. And when I did that, it just kind of gave me that energy of like that fuel, that fire in me to speak on some shit that I normally wouldn't talk about. That's when you get these gangster or these street records from me, but they still all got a positive payoff. You feel me? So at the end of the day, I just go to the studio with it and I just turn to what makes me happy. You feel me? None of that. I'm one of the people that I get off the internet. I know when the internet fucking with me too much. I sit my phone down for real.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Yo, we're talking to DJ Chose. Just dropped an amazing joint, a banger called Too Late. And he's got an upcoming album called Multi, dropping March the 11th, with some hella features. But one thing I got to say is this brother is a standalone artist just as well. I mean, his voice, his delivery, his insight, his truth saying, it's all there. And he puts it right up front. So real special cat that I think we're going to be talking about for years to come, man, both from his work behind the scenes and his work as an artist, as he continues to trust us with his stories. So, man, look, you've probably been interviewed by everybody that Cat, Uncle, and Dog. Is there a question that we as journalists have yet to ask you that you've always wanted to answer?
Cause I didn't learn how to steer interview. I pretty much tell you what I want to tell you. But you know, I am waiting on somebody to surprise me with one of them questions that just kind of throw me off. You know what I'm saying? To make me want to feel like, damn, I ain't been hit with one of them in a while. You feel me? But I think if we go into stuff that'll make me feel that way too, I don't know if people gonna care about the interview. You feel me? Because I'm real big on hard questions. Like, are you spiritual? Are you religious? Give me something hard so I can, and then pick my brain at it. You feel me? But
Right.
them type of things, you know, the world ain't ready to receive. But honestly, you know, it ain't too much. I mean, people usually get to talking about beefs and things like that.
Yeah,
That I done been in.
I don't care about that garbage.
You feel me? I be in the interview like, all right, I tell you, but it really don't matter. It ain't pushing the culture.
No, I think your work, that I've been able to experience, like I'm kind of new to you, but I did take the time and go through the music because I knew that you had the album coming out. I really enjoyed the Too Late. That was a great introduction for me to you as an artist. And you got your point across. I'm like, okay, this cat ain't playing. He's got some lyrical missiles. And of course, the music bed is on point. So I kind of steer away from the hard questions, especially spirituality. In this day and age, when you can't freaking ask a question without somebody getting upset with you. I asked somebody about their, spirituality, and that was the end of the interview. So I'm like, I'd rather just have a conversation as opposed to a Q&A and let the conversation go where it goes.
For sure. Literally, I understand, but when it comes to them, based off what you saying, it's like, nah, I ain't had nobody throw something at me I wasn't ready for. I mean, we could talk music all day. You feel me? That's
Right. Well, I hope you'll come back again and maybe we can get into a different kind of chapter because I'd love to know more. This is an introductory interview, and I think everybody's going to appreciate knowing who you are and be on the lookout for what you contribute to the fabric of music, for real, for real. And would definitely love that you might trust me again to speak, and we could get into something deeper.
For sure, my brother. You be blessed, and let's definitely schedule the next one.
Okay, let's make it happen. All right, everybody, the Hype Magazine live session.
Thank you.
DJ Chose, amazing personality. He's an amazing person, just getting to know him. And we're gonna bring him back again, and we'll go and get a little deeper, because I know he's got it in him, and he might trust us with a little something, something. All right, we're out of here. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry. Appreciate